Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm right on my hands is Void Rivals number 15. Written by Robert Kirkman, Lorenzo De Felici is the artist, Patricio Delpeche is the colorist, Rus Wooton is the letterer. Alright, so Void Rivals has been the interesting series out of all the Energon universe. Now, the Energon universe is Void Rivals, Transformers, G.I. Joe, all together in a shared universe. It kicked off in Void Rivals with a stealth launch that, kind of few people had guessed and knew what was up. But generally, I think most people did not expect what was going on and expect this to kind of continue on to be its own thing. So Void Rivals, what we've learned is it's these two societies that have been warring. Their energy levels have been kind of low, but what we've found out is the ring that they live on, this planet ring thing, was created by a Transformers. From what we can tell, is created by Transformers, Zerta Trion. Zerta is maybe somewhere within the ring. We're not 100% sure exactly what's going on. Springer went on its mission to go find Zerta and was on this ring as well. So Springer, the triple changer, has been hanging out dormant and then recently kind of woken up. There's a whole bunch of other storylines going on. We've got Hot Rod that's been looking for Springer. We've got someone trying to go find Zerta Trion. We've got Pythona and members of Cobra Law trying to figure out what's going on in our deep space, and they get sucked into something. This is the series that has all these like balloons in the air, and the dots are slowly being connected, but it's one of those of like, holy crap, you're juggling a lot here. And there's good and bad. And the good is that a lot's going on, which keeps it really interesting. Is like, part of the fun is seeing how everything's going to come together. The negative is, because so much is going on, nothing is really kind of... It's snippets of storylines. Like, some maybe have a couple pages, some maybe have a lot of pages. The part with Hot Rod and Springer here is getting a lot of pages. There's other things that maybe don't quite feel like they're getting enough of a focus. There's stuff with Quintessons going on as well. Yes, the Quintessons are involved in all this. It's all clearly going to come together by the end of this trade and probably go into the next story arc. So at least some of it, my guess is the Quintessons is going to come back at the end of this arc, and that's going to be the next story arc, but just a guess. But I think that's the negative of it. There's just a lot going on here, so it kind of feels a little short shrift to some things. But overall, this is like a really interesting one in that it's trying to be its own thing, but it's also like really tied into Transformers. And G.I. Joe has entered the chat, and because of that, like, this almost is like the center of the world of everything that's going to be going on, I guess. Like, it's interesting. I'm kind of more fascinated to see what this world and these characters, like, what their connection is to Transformers is. Like, they're clearly... they have the ability to get Energon. We know that. There is talk of them producing Energon to help the Autobots' war efforts, which is crazy and really cool concept. And there's talk of, like, supply lines and, like, how do you move this stuff. Like, that's really kind of cool of tying everything together. But, like, what is the whole background of these new aliens? I think, to me, that's a really fascinating one. We also get, like, lots of other glimpses of classic Transformers characters that have been in previous issues, and you can see there's just a lot here to go over. And it's good. Like, it's entertaining in that, what's the puzzle going to be like at the end of this sort of way? And to me, that's what's really sucked me into at this point. Like, it's not about the guest appearances. It's not about maybe the battle between these two races or, these two groups. It really is like, what's the end game here? Like, I'm fascinated to see how this all comes together. So, as a piece of the puzzle of the Transformers, Energon universe, and now G.I. Joe, it's really cool. On its own, it's okay. But, like, there's something about that puzzle and seeing the big picture, I think, is really, really cool with this. So, yeah, like, if you're all in on the Energon universe, this is, I think, a vital thing. Standing on its own, it's good and it does, but I'm not totally convinced it totally would stand on its own if you're not into Transformers or G.I. Joe at this point. So, you can go get it. This is out in shops. We got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code, tell the comic shops near you. No shop, no problem. We have some links where you can purchase your own. There'll be affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage, and by doing that, you help support our site. So thanks for that. Just watching our videos support us as always, so thank you. If you're into comics, check us out every day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, Threads, Blue Sky, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.